Hello everyone, and welcome to episode number 3 of Modding with PikaMoo. And this episode we are going to be covering blocks, and these again are pretty simple to add, and there are kind of two ways of doing them, almost, in a way I guess. And yeah, well, I'll try and cover both. I don't really know like the second one as well, but I know it partially. So anyway, with that rambling done, you want to go to the main Java folder, create a new package, and name it com.yourname, which in my case is header, and then name mod blocks. Again, if you're going to be having multiple styles of blocks, you want to make those actually in different classes. With items I said packages, but that's actually not the case. So mod blocks, and you want to make a new class and name that mod blocks or something of the sort. And because I forgot last time, let's go straight into the main registry folder and do mod blocks dot main registry. And this will give an error, but it will fix itself in a bit. So now we're ready to go, and this is almost the same as the item class. So you want to do public static void main registry and open with curly brackets, and in there you want to do initialize block, so slightly different, and register item and semicolon. There we go. So now we have that ready to go, and we need to add the next one. So public static void and initialize block. So fairly straightforward, open with curly brackets. And next is public static register item, and that actually needs to be lowercase, and open again with parentheses and curly brackets. And something isn't quite right. What would that be? Okay. What is the problem? Let me take a look at this a little bit. That's a bit strange. Oh, there we go. That's the problem. You want to add void in there as well. So save that, and now we are ready to add the block. So almost the same as item, public static, then block, and the name of your block. Again, you want to put basically the full name of your block. It makes it so much easier. Again, I tried doing it just with like a letter and then block, but it's super confusing when you have lots of stuff. So what should we name it? Compressed apples. Compressed apple block, because why not? And we want to Control-Shift-O, import net.minecraft.block.block, and that should be good. And now we want to create our block. So what you can do is double click on the word, copy it, and it will make it a lot easier. So you want to paste that, equals new, that, this, and you want to put the material in. So I'm going to have it the material of stone. So what that is basically stupid traffic. For example, if the material is wood, then it will go faster with an axe, if it's stone with a pickaxe, and so forth and so on. So I believe it's stone, or is it rock? Rock. There we go. So that will have an error, don't worry about that. Next we do set block name, parentheses, and name of the block, and set the creative tabs. So again, set creative tabs, open that up, creative tabs dot, come on, why isn't that working? Did I spell something wrong? Let's do tab combat, I believe it is called. Oh, something's wrong. Yeah, make sure that's imported. And there we go. Now that's all ready to go. So you want to make sure that's saved. And now we just got to register it. So game registry dot register block, compressed apple block, and that, the name of your block, dot get block, oh sorry, dot get unlocalized name, and make sure you have a semicolon after that. Save that, and now you want to hover over your this part right here that's giving an error. You want to click on that and create a class. So just click finish, and up here you want to do extends block, and that will give it the characteristics of a normal block, like when it's rendering and everything like that. So you want to import that, net.minecraft.block.block. And now you can see it says add a constructor. So you want to click on that, save it, and this one will be saved. Go into here and import mod blocks, or the name of your class. So Control Shift O, or yeah, and Control S. And now if we click run, you can actually do that. And I'll show you another nice feature while modding. So this will take a tiny bit to load up. So if we go into single player, we have our magical stone item, combat, and now we have a tile.compressedappleblock.name. So here we go. You can place it, break it, you can hop on it, all that good stuff. And if we go to actually, we need to grab a pickaxe first, and let's grab a shovel. So game mode 0. You can see it breaks instantly just because we didn't set the properties right now. So it's basically a one block or one hit drop. Even a punch will destroy it, but that will completely get rid of it. Now let's go back in creative, and now you can see it is unnamed, or actually we need to get another one. So it is unnamed. So now let's minimize that down, go into our names class, or the text file, and you want to do tile and then the name of your block. So dot compressed apple block dot name equals compressed apple block. And in this front part, make sure there are no spaces, or else it will not work. So Control S, and you can see this is still like that. But if we do F3 and T on the keyboard, get rid of that, it is now named compressed apple block. And that feature also works for textures. So if you're constantly editing the texture and don't want to keep loading up your game, just hit F3 or push down F3 and hit T on the keyboard, and it will reload the textures and the names. Now it only works with those. It doesn't work with like crafting recipes and stuff like that later on, I don't believe, but if it does, you can correct me on that. So now it's ready to set the block properties, so let's get right into that. So like I said before, there is actually kind of two ways to do stuff. If we go to our, and here we can, oh, come on, go there. There we go. We can do set, and then set block unbreakable, set hardness, set light level, set resistance, set step sound, block particle, destroy effects, hit effects, can be replaced by leaves, can the creatures spawn on it. There's lots of things you can do. So for example, let's set light level, and this is a float, and it only is from 0 float to 1, so you can have like 0.5, and that will give half the brightness of a glowstone block, I believe, from my experience anyway. So let's make it the full brightness of a normal glowstone block. So we do 1.0 and I believe a lowercase f. So that is considered one float, or one unit sort of light. So now we have the light level. Now let's go into here. So this is the method. I'm not entirely sure if I know how to do it correctly, but if we do this dot, and then we can modify everything in here. So this is a little bit cleaner if you're going to be having a bunch of stuff in the class. So let's just do this. Then you want to open that up, put a thing, and let's set this at 5. Or 3. And that should be working. Set hardness, yeah. And yeah, there we go. So we save that and launch the game again. It should now have the light level of a glowstone block, and as well require a diamond pick to be mined, or at least have like the durability of obsidian. So here we go. Let's place a couple of these down. If in fact you can see, let's go underneath one of these trees, place a block, and it does things like that. Nice. And very simple and easy to do. So now if we go into, actually I have a shortcut, I think. Never mind. Game mode 0. You can see if we try and punch it, it barely breaks. If we try the pickaxe, it breaks down now. So this is like that. If we do give tab and then stone underscore pickaxe, there we go. This can break it, but it's slower, and you can set that as hard as you want. So it's basically nearly impossible to break. And there are many other things you can add, such as if we do this dot can block grass, then grass can't like grow over it or pass through it and stuff like that. And let's see, what other ones did I use? Let's see. If we use hardness is what the player is used, or it's relative to the player. So for example, like with the pickaxe, it requires or it's kind of like sets the durability of it and what pickaxe needs to be used kind of to break it. I believe the pickaxe thing is kind of a separate thing, but yeah, just the hardness of the block. And if we do the resistance, and let's set that up to 50. I'm not sure what the exactly minimum is. Dot set resistance. and save that. Now our block should be creeper proof. So we'll just need to spawn some creepers and we should be good to go. Alright, let's minimize or maximize this up. So let's go back to game mode 1 just to make things easier. And we want a creeper spawn egg and I believe a flint and steel. So now we go over to here and place them down and place some creepers. If we light them on fire, you can see our blocks do not explode, but if we place creepers over here, they of course make a block, and it doesn't really get affected by where the creepers are or anything. So yeah, there you go. And you can of course set the hardness. I'm not sure what the default of a normal block is. You'll have to experiment with that, but yeah, that's how you set the resistance. And quickly I can show you how to make torches. I'm not exactly sure how long this episode has been going, but let's add them anyway. So let's go back into our mod blocks class and let's copy this to make it a little bit quicker. Place it down and apple torch, because why not? So we have apple torch, and we want to copy this because it's basically going to do the same thing. And we of course need a light level because it is going to be a torch. So copy, make that, that, and that should be all good. And now we just gotta copy the registration part of this, place it, grab this name, and save that. And now we want to make a new class, of course, so open that up and make that extends block torch. Now for some blocks, like if you want to do fences, like extends block fences and stuff, that you need to do a bunch of other stuff that I have no clue how to do. So yeah, torches and normal blocks and like crops I know how to do, but anything with like fences or stairs, I'm completely clueless, so don't ask because I have no idea. So there we go, and that extends that, and we go to here and add a constructor and save that. And let's add resistance to this one as well, so creepers can't blow our torch up. So this dot set resistance and 50, because again I'm not sure what the minimum is. And yeah, this dot set hardness, and let's put that at 1 so it's not instantly breakable, about the same as a normal torch. So if we start this up again, we should have our torch, and I won't bother naming it just because of time, but you should be able to easily figure that out. So here we go, all loaded up. And we open our combat tab, we should have an apple torch thing, and it will appear as a normal item. But if we go down into the cave, place it, it will have this dumb texture, but when you apply a texture, it will shrink down to the normal torch size. So yeah, no worries, it won't look stupid like that, it'll look exactly like that. But yeah, once again, it's missing the texture, and you can see like the bounding box and everything like that. So yeah, hopefully This showed you all you need. Again, if you have any questions or need help with anything or have some suggestions on things to do or how to do things better, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, it helped you out a lot, make sure you give it a nice thumbs up and rate, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you next time for doing block textures and creative tabs and all that other cool stuff. So until next time, this is Ella signing out, and I hope you have an awesome day.